we've had a jet ski that's been allowed to be put on our beach. So if we go from like later on, hopefully we're hoping to get it out and do some practice training with the jet ski.
Like the Megan High, David Hasselhoff, like Luke Shades, like.
It's the worst scenarios that end up on the news rather than the good that everyone does. So
yeah, and the training, what you do, and
yeah.
what stories you've done. Stories would be interesting as well to talk about, because then people thinking, oh, you actually saved someone, did you? And the past, maybe, and that people don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, things happen all the time as well, and like that's pretty much most people who've been doing this for a couple of years, they all have stories as well, and I think it would be good for people to like hear them.
Have you done? How long have you been working for this?
Ruben's been doing it.
This is my third year. This summer is my third summer. So the first one I was like part time, and then last year was my first full time year over summer. So yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Were you scared or nervous thinking, oh, I've got to save someone actually out there? Because in the beginning, you've got to be trained on, was it just dummies or is it on your work colleagues or something?
So we all grew up doing something called safe life saving, which is like a little like sport mainly for like younger people. So that's like learning how to like paddleboard, racing, swimming. So we're all competent like in the water, and then we do a thing called the NVBLQ. So that's you have to have one of those to have a job as a lifeguard. So it's basically just like basic competency. So
Test
like
your
showing
first aid, your rescues on our like rescue boards, using rescue tubes, how to rescue if we don't have any equipment. So there's lots that goes into it, really, isn't there?
And then we actually, when we come to the RNLI then, so we already have that knowledge of the first aid stuff from the awards, but then we do like a week-long course on like casualty care, and then we do like our vehicle training, and then like operations and stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't say we get really nervous because we are like taught very well. So yeah, I think we're all like on the ball.
Switch into action mode, don't you, when you go for a rescue?
Yeah.
Don't have to think about it, it's all there.
Yeah, because what usually happens too is we have like 2 people on a truck, 2 people up here. So the truck people try and keep their eyes between the flags, mainly. That's like the main area of like operations. And then we're up here like looking around, see anywhere else. So like it's mainly like either up here, we spot someone, and then the person on a truck literally just goes, pretty much. So we're trying to do like more prevention, more than rescues, to be honest. That's our goal.
Yeah.
Because I think it's better to let them know where it's dangerous before they get into danger.
So it's like every day then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're always like speaking to people, and that's like the good thing. People see our, well, we have a big truck that says RNLI on it. It's a big building, we're wearing red and yellow, so they know we're lifeguards, so they just chat to us, and we let them know.
Do they actually, people know about these flags, or they just think it's just for fun?
No,
I wouldn't have a clue.
Some people think it means like don't swim here, and they think,
Yeah.
they don't know what it means. But yeah, they're like, that's the safest place between the flags. So, at low tide on a dangerous day, we have the red and yellows by here. Either point's quite dangerous, so we have a red flag on that side of the beach that says like no swimming, no inflatables. So no one should go by the point, people still do. But that's why we get a jet ski for prevention there anyway. Then we have a sign on the left by number 7, all the way down there. So
I've seen that one down there, they put it up down there.
yeah, so hopefully, whatever way you come down the beach, whether it's all the way down there, you'll see our big sign. If you go in down there, you'll see our windbreaker that says like danger. On every single slipway, well, we have our sign by there, and then on the other 2 down there, we have like signs that say swim between the flags. So whatever way you get onto the beach, you should see signage.
Yeah.
But it's whether or not people will actually read them. But the big yellow thing is a big red, so I mean...
Have you saved many lives yourselves over the years since you started here or somewhere else?
I've had, so last year I've had a rescue with my boss actually down here. So that was a 2-person rescue. So I got the first guy, my boss got the second. So we got them in, then we had like the lifeboat, we had the ambulances, we had literally everyone, Coast Guards.
Yeah, I met you guys on the beach, didn't I? So I was working that day as well.
That was pretty like...
That was declared 2 lives saved. So if we hadn't have been there within like, what, 2 minutes?
Is it?
So yeah, it's usually a rescue is, if we hadn't have been like intervened, they would have definitely gotten into trouble. But a life saved, like time critical. If he didn't get there, 100% they would have like, you're almost certain they would have ended up drowning.
Would it really fire out though?
It was on Friar's Point, which is that one, and it was low tide coming in, and it's quite a shallow beach, but it does fill in quite quickly. So you could be bobbing and you're like, oh, I can touch the floor, but suddenly you can't. But
I can't swim, so I'm no good. I wouldn't ever go in a water. I can't swim.
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm
the
no
thing
good.
though. Like
A lot of people can't swim, but they still kind of chance it,
like
don't
to
they?
risk it. Yeah, they think, oh, if I can touch the floor, I'll be okay. But
Then they can't touch the floor.
yeah, we have a
They're
lot
floating away.
of strong winds. The Bristol Channel's got really strong currents, so you get swept off your feet really, really easily.
Yeah. I find it's creepy because I only got filmed by the water path and it comes right up and I think that's fast.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting in the water and next minute you can't drown and you can't swim and drowning because you go outside and slip and your foot slips on these rocks, which obviously happens. You're panicking for your life.
Yeah.
And still go shouting up if you can't hear it, and you're from here, you're not going to see it.
As well today, it seems relatively tame because it's coming in right now. But we do have like the second biggest tidal range in the world on the Bristol Channel. So it literally either goes past that point or almost past that one. And then there's no like shelter from the points. You're literally just out in the channel at that point. So it literally pulls you either that way or that way.
What about people like the canoe boats? Have they ever been stranded? You have to get them sometimes?
It's mainly the inflatables. So like standard paddleboarders, they're quite difficult to deal with because if the wind's like even semi offshore, they start to float out. Same with inflatable kayaks. The harder kayaks and like the hard steps are not so bad because they're just not full of air. But I think they're just not really educated enough. And you buy them from Lidl's and they like go straight down to the beach. Most of them don't really know what they're doing.
But have you actually seen them like go too far out when they shouldn't do like? You have to get
Yeah, it
them back?
happens all the time. So it depends on how far out they are, but either we can go out and help assist bring them back to shore, or if they're really far out, it could be a case of calling the lifeboat straight away.
Are they allowed to go far out, or is it the rules that you can't?
We can't stop them. There's no like rules to enforce really, so we can advise them to stay close to shore, and obviously, see how well their ability is and respond to that. So like if someone's really experienced and has been doing it for years and years, you get people that like to do long paddles, maybe from like Porthcawl all the way around to like close to Sevendown is a common one that people like to do. But again, unless you've got the right experience and the right safety equipment, you should never be going out that far. So
No, especially now it's windy.
yeah.
I mean, you could push them out or drown them quite easily. They're like boats, isn't they? Don't they? One guy fell out of his boat early on. I was filming there again. I was struggling to get back in
Yeah.
because it's
See
windy.
those two people on those like two long kayak
Yeah.
things? They're all colleagues, so they're not working today and they're still training. So we do like, that's our thing, it's just keeping up with our training all the time.
I did see a few. Was it last year? I saw them on ski jets going out
Yeah.
occasionally.
Yeah, if you're about later and we have our jet ski down, like feel free to come down and have a film of that or
Have a chat with
us.
our boss Matt. Would be definitely be
Where's that?
happy to.
Yeah, we could
It'll be
be
somewhere
here.
on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, said any other days you're saying, is it?
Well, later today the jet ski will be down, but then the jet ski will be on the beach then from tomorrow
Every day.
every day for the rest of summer in theory.
Or
So-
any time that is it?
Well, 10 till 6 our working day, so it'll be
It'll be parked next to our truck as well.
yeah,
But the weekends are obviously the most busiest, isn't it? Because everyone's off.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's why we have it as well. So on the busy days, like an hour before and after low tide, we'll be out. It's not really to do rescues on.
No.
We can, but it's more for prevention. So we'll be out back behind everyone, just kind of like shepherding them in to the flags, making sure everyone's.
Do you think? I know it's have you seen Baywatch?
Yeah.
Do you think it's like too over dramatized?
Yeah, it's
100%,
a bit
yeah.
cringy, and
You
like
know what I mean? It's
it's a TV show called Bondi Rescue as well. They kind of make that a bit too dramatic, but yes, it's not really real.
I
It's
know.
all TV,
That's
isn't
the
it?
fact. That's what I mean about these shows and films. They kind of dramatize so much of what really happens. People don't realise they go out and the next minute they got to ask for your help and it's too late if they can't get to them in time.
Yeah.
But a lot of those shows as well, like show the action of it, but don't teach the audience anything. So it wouldn't be too bad if they were dramatised to entice people in to watch them. But then if they taught them about beach safety and between like the difference of what different flags means, where to swim, where's dangerous, and all this, then it would be beneficial. But it's not really beneficial.
That's giving me an idea. Do you ever do like training lessons for people to show demonstrations, maybe at a depot somewhere? What you do?
Yeah, so we do a lot of school talks, and that's happening at the minute. So we go around all the schools in the area, take all our kit in, get the kids to quiz them on what they know to start with.
That's good.
Do some interactive sort of games with them to help teach them about water safety. And it's little things like that, so educating the next generation, so hopefully even if they go to the beach and mum and dad say, oh, let's swim over there, they can go, oh no, the lifeguards told me the red and yellows. So it's important to educate, especially whilst they're young, so they grow up with the sense of where to swim rather than learn. It's a lot harder to learn when you're 40 and you've been doing it for 30 years and you think you know what you're doing.
That's the main one as well. It's like people swim near the points, you go and have a chat with them, they're like, I've been swimming here for 20 years, but
doesn't mean it's not dangerous.
no. And like you could be even like you could be the most competent person and still get like into dangerous.
Even us, when we do our training, we like to put ourselves in the real situations. So I've done a rescue before and ended up like, by the time you've got someone who can't paddle and is quite heavy on the front of one of our rescue boards, it's very, very hard to paddle. So like realistically, you're not going to get back to this beach, which is where you should be. So I've had to go around to Jackson's Bay, the next beach, and walk back, like little things like that, which even we can't paddle against them. That's how strong they can get sometimes.
Is that when your boat's up there?
No,
That's a pilot boat, so that'll go out to the big ships and help them navigate the Bristol Channel.
Quite shallow, so you won't hit the floor.
Yeah.
It's only like 50 foot deep, so in comparison to a boat.
Where's that microphone you said about?
It's up there, yeah.
Yeah, we've got two of these, and then we have like, if you go outside, you can dropping everything. Some megaphones.
You know,
So it has a siren on it.
you know, it's loud enough. Is it on?
It's quite loud. So if you hear this, you know I'm trying to get your attention.
Is it battery flat?
Is it this one? Oh. I know one of these have batteries in. Maybe not. Go on, Ruben, you show them.
No, it's definitely this one.
No one looks newer.
I can hear it kicking in. Like on whistle.
Oh shit.
Loud, right?
That's loud. Does get a shit of any when the water.
Yeah, that gets your attention.
That's the siren on
Oh,
the
you're right.
Water taps. We can just wash.
Yeah, if you keep going right to the end of the prom, there's showers and taps outside as well.
Far or much?
Like literally, see where the fairground is. If you keep going past that, it's maybe another 100 metres. So yeah, it's
So you
pretty loud
hear it.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Our truck wind is like ridiculously loud as well. Like you can't miss it.
No.
You can hear it literally anywhere on this beach. And we have the ones on the outside of this building, and then we also have, I don't know if you heard it, the council do announcements about like
Right. Yeah. You
litter.
know. Yeah.
We have the actual like number for that as well.
Ooh.
So that's quite good.
That's great. You gotta kind of cover your backs for everything, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, some people say, "Oh, I didn't do this, or I didn't announce this, and I didn't hear it and stuff." Well, you gotta cover yourself because you'll be blamed otherwise.
Yeah, exactly as well.
And then you can't see everything from here. It's impossible, and even you might miss a little bit, but at least you'll get.
You spoke to
Picked
people
up.
at the NCI. So if you walk like around that headland by here, it's this like little white building, and that's called the NCI. And basically what they do is they look up and down the coast. So that one they just have binoculars and stuff, but they can see all around by here, and then all the way down to Sully Island, and they help us a lot too. So say, like, have you been? Do you know where Jackson's Bay is?
No, I've heard it.
So it's the beach over that there. Sometimes the suppers like drift around to our bay, so they'll like give us a phone call, so we know that people are coming around our bay and they're not like trying to, like they've been drifted around. They're good. And there's also one down by Porthcawl, and they have these cameras, and literally they're like unreal. You can see like pretty much, well, you can see miles and miles and miles.
Yeah.
It's mad.
But as long as you're here and doing a good job for it, that's all that matters, isn't it? So they can't be hands-on. Now on cameras, hands-on is the most important thing.
Exactly, yeah.
At least we're not relying on robots yet to do that. I don't think there'll be a bit of malfunction in the water.
Not anything. Nothing too soon, I don't think.
AI's taken over.
Yeah,
Especially as well, with the lifeguards do is great, but as well, say like, if we weren't here and someone coming in the bay, they obviously have to come from the house, they have to get in their vehicles and then launch the boats. We're like the first response.
Yeah.
So sometimes we do a rescue and like, say it's a bigger guy or like the conditions are quite hard and we can't get him back in. They would just send a lifeboat, literally it's around the bay, they'll have to get here and they'll literally just pick them up for us and take them in. So yeah, they are good. It's like one big team. We do we met up with them last year, didn't we? We went down to the boat station after work, like just kind of like familiarised ourselves with their operations and how they work. But yeah,
Do you want to mention your names or not? Do you want to keep that out?
Oh yeah, my name is Jay.
Yeah, I'm Ruben as well. So
So they all know you, big time men.
yeah, we'll probably be here most of the summer. So we've got a lot of beaches that we cover in this area, but we're local to here, so it's much easier for us to get to work here, and we both enjoy it. So
Yeah, have you got a Facebook page or YouTube page for that?
I don't have any YouTube or anything.
This company don't.
Well, the RNLI does. It should just be if you just the RNLI. Yeah.
And it should be a straight away
Oh,
the
then we
normal
have
page.
we have an account called RNLI Southeast Wales. So that's our areas one, and you see all our updates about like safety specific to our beaches, and then like our training, all our vehicle training and stuff with our jet skis. So yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, RNLI Southeast Wales, and then there's a general RNLI one which covers lifeboat, lifeguards, everything
And
RNLI based.
I'll have a look.
RNLI Barry Dock as well on Instagram.
Right.
So you can see what all they're doing.
The lifeboat does, yeah.
So I just try and share the video, so I'm saying to YouTube, Facebook,
Yeah.
no links, any links they've got, I can share it to them that way.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah, Barry Dock have a lot of videos because they've got cameras for the Saving Lives at Sea, the BBC show, so they tend to post a lot of their videos that they do of rescues and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, we don't really get that many videos because we're kind of like we're literally out there straight away. We don't have time to set
No,
up
I
all the
know.
stuff for the
Yeah,
TVs.
yeah, that's right. This is why I thought I'll ask first if it's worth filming,
Yeah.
just to highlight what you do and little bits and put on the pages for Wales, because, like I said, this is GoPro or whatever. I've got an Osmo on me, little one as well, but it's just sometimes you don't get to hear the side of it and what you actually do and the people behind it, because a lot of people are scared to come up to them. That's the first time I've actually done all this myself, but since I had a big massive buzz in the open day, it was fantastic.
Obviously, most of the lifeguards, well, all of the lifeguards are happy to be spoken to. So if you ever go down the beach or anyone goes to the beach, just have a chat with them, because they'd rather have a chat than have to go in to rescue someone, because it's better for everyone. It's less traumatic for the person. It's a bit easier for us to like operate the rest of the beach. So yeah, everyone's really happy to have a chat, honestly.